And coming up next, the main event, the one we've all been waiting for to make their way to the scales, one of the most anticipated matchups of all time. So, are we ready to bring them up? Oh my goodness, here we go. Okay, we're gonna go to Roy Jones.
Everyone fights for a reason. Some fight because it's who they are, because it drives them, because it's in them, because it is them. Everyone fights for a reason. To win, because these are gladiators who aren't afraid to hurt, to be hurt. It doesn't matter why they fight. All that matters is who's standing at the end. Tomorrow, live on pay-per-view, Triller presents Tyson versus Jones.
Iron Mike Tyson. Jones will be coming out of the blue corner, Tyson out of the red corner. Two of the greatest fighters of all time, to put it simply. Pound for pound, any way you want to look at it. So many world titles, you can't mention them all. We have been waiting for this fight for some time, but when you put two of the greatest of all time together, fireworks are going to happen, that's for sure. We're so excited. This is it. Okay, here we go. Let's bring out, fighting out of the blue corner, Superman, Roy Jones Jr. 66-9, 47 KOs, making his way to the scale. His last fight was February 2018. Defeated Scott Simon, unanimous 10-round decision. He was the pound-for-pound king for many years. RJJ. He was the first former middleweight champion to win a heavyweight title in 106 years. Roy Jones Jr. on the scale. 210 even for Superman, 210 even. Former silver medalist at the 1988 U.S. Olympics. Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time. And now making his way up to the scale, out of the red corner, Iron Mike Tyson. What do you say? 50-6, 44 KOs, International Hall of Famer. It's been more than 15 years since Tyson last stepped in the ring in 2005 when he fought Kevin McBride. Just made his debut on the EDM scene by teaming with LA-based Tiki Lau for the track Mike Tyson. He does it all. He was the youngest heavyweight champion in the history of boxing. The undisputed world champion from 1987 to 1990. Let's get him up to the scale. The one, the only, Iron Mike Tyson. $220.4, is that correct? 220.4 for Tyson. 220.4 for Tyson. Fellas, we're going to have you get into the Triller box. Square off. This is, that's got to be one of the greatest face-offs you'll ever see in the history of boxing. Iron Mike Tyson. Superman Roy Jones Jr. This is the one we've all been waiting for. One of the most anticipated matchups in the history of boxing. Too many world titles to mention, and they will go at it tomorrow night, live from Los Angeles, California. Tyson on Triller.com. Two of the greatest of all time right there. Iron Mike, Superman. Roy, if I could get you over here, I just want to do a quick little question for you. One of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters in the history of boxing. He was basically the pound-for-pound king. That's what he was known for. All right, Superman. There were a lot of people, actually including yourself, saying that taking this fight was a mistake. How do you plan on winning this fight, Roy?
Things that people probably thought was a mistake in my lifetime. I make a lot of mistakes. They said my whole boxing career was a mistake. And I love it. They said I did everything wrong, but it worked out right. So I can't tell you how to do it. It's going to probably look wrong. So I know if I try to tell it to you, it's going to sound wrong, but it's going to turn out right. Trust me.
Captain Hook, Superman Roy Jones Jr., RJJ, good luck tomorrow night, champ. As soon as he makes his way off, we'll get Iron Mike over here and ask him a quick question. Tyson on Triller.com, pay-per-view tomorrow night, Saturday, November 28th, live Staples Center, Los Angeles, California. Making his way over to the interview here. Iron Mike, you want to talk over there so they can hear you? Okay. Mike, you're known as probably the baddest man on the plain and simple. Ferocious punisher and puncher. Kind of like the Hulk, you can unleash your power at any time. How quickly do you plan on unleashing your power tomorrow night against Roy Jones Jr.?
Everything else is up to Roy. I'm coming at him. I'm not worried about him. I'm going to run anyway. I'm running right at him.
Iron Mike Tyson, need he say more? One of the greatest of all time. What a match it's going to be. Thank you, Mike. Good luck to you. Thank you, Roy Jones Jr. Good luck to you. Tomorrow night, Tyson on Triller.com in one of the most anticipated bouts that we will ever see. What a show it's going to be. Please remember, Tyson on Triller.com, pay-per-view. Call your cable provider today. We will also be streaming live to get the show. We will go on at 8 p.m. Eastern for the 1 hour preview, and then at 9 o'clock Eastern, we go live on the pay-per-view. We've been waiting for this for a long time. The headlining event, the main event, one for the ages, we're going to call it. Iron Mike Tyson, Superman Roy Jones Jr. I'm Barry Egan saying, so long, Los Angeles, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Gladiators who aren't afraid to hurt, to be hurt. It doesn't matter why they fight. All that matters is who's standing at the end. Tomorrow, live on pay-per-view, Triller presents Tyson versus Jones.